10 years in the making of this.
Yep.
What year is it?
1940.
And it's a Cadillac.
Yep.
What model is it of Cadillac?
It's a Series 75 Limo. And car was chopped 5 inches.
In the roof?
Yes, in the roof. And sectioned in the body 2 inches. And rear fenders were widened 1.5 inches on each side.
Bigger tires?
20-inch rims, yes. It's actually, diameter-wise, full diameter was actually almost the same as factory that came on it. So I just put bigger rims, rubber's about the same. So, and you can see how they fill the wheel wells pretty well. And that's exactly how the factory tires and wheels were too. And we left the front fenders off the original because they had dual side mounts in it, which left the holes, so I filled the holes on the front, and they're wider than the two regular fenders on a standard. And I had the peak run through the whole fenders from front to back on it to make it a little bit cleaner looking.
It's a nice line.
Yeah, it cleans the line. It shows the pearl, really nice breakup.
It does.
And, nothing really on the back other than I used the original window that went into the car originally, and just cut the whole window out, did the chop, and then welded the window back in.
Wow.
And so, you know, the back really doesn't look a whole lot different, but with the width and when I did the section, dropped the whole trunk further down closer to the ground because I didn't cut the sectioning out of the trunk.
Huh.
So it's a full-size trunk, it's just longer. So it makes the back look a little bit bigger because it's widened and lengthened. And factory tail lights. I wanted it to still kind of look like the factory, so I left the moldings on it.
And the wheels. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, the wheels, I cut out backing plates on it. They're 1/4 inch stainless steel. I had them water jetted out with the bolt pattern and sanded down, painted them, and put them behind the wheels after I painted them. I custom machined the centers on them, so that's a kind of a one-off thing. You'll never see anyone on it. And I fabbed up the zoomies on the side to put underneath, and then ran the mufflers under the front fenders. And so it's a pretty clean line all the way back to the zoomies. Machined custom moldings for the front fenders on it. And
what motor and transmission do you have in there?
we got the LSA, which is a supercharged LS that comes out of the first original was 2015 Cadillac cars. And
Can we open it up and take a look?
sure.
So is that the original hood latch for this car?
Yes, it is.
And that's how it worked originally?
Yep, exactly.
And you have a second one in here as well?
Yep, I did cut another hood and fit it in there to cover all the ugly that's on top of LS's and all the wiring, all the hoses, and they have, you know, plastic pieces. I wanted something different, so I found another hood, Flying Goddess, and put it on there, and it cleaned it up a lot.
It really did.
And
That's very nice under there.
and then I had to countersink the firewall and shove the motor all the way back to give me enough room for the air and radiator and all the cooling stuff. And I set everything back behind the frame that I Z'd to get it on the ground. So
So
it's
you have,
actually sitting down in a saddle that's a lot lower than what it should be.
so you have airbags on this.
Yeah, it's got air ride.
Yeah.
And you know, it's got four-way discs all the way around. It's got all the goodies, cruise, all the good stuff. It's just,
And so tell me the big news about the car and Pomona. You finished the car in time to get to...
yeah, I 3 months every day in the garage until I got it there. I was working on it to the very last day to get it to the show. Wanted to get it done and wanted that show to debut it at. So there was a lot of little things like the hood within the hood that I wanted to show out that I haven't seen before. I've seen the Dagmeyers. The Dagmeyers came off of 55 Buick, and I've seen them in cars, but this one kind of fit where they're supposed to. Factory fog lights usually in the bumper are right in that same area, so it kind of fit.
Uh-huh. And the big news about the Pomona show in California?
Yeah, the big news, debut, first time out, first place in his class. So
And the class was?
it was sedan, four-door, radical custom.
And this is a beautiful example of a four-door radical custom.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we see the interior? Can you open the door real quick?
The bucket seats in that are Encore, out of the Buick Encores, all four of them. And I wanted to do something a little different with the console. So I ran a floating console all the way through the car.
And it is different.
It's different, yeah. I ran all my wires through the console from front to rear, and so hides and cleans it up, not underneath the car, not under the carpet, it's all right there. The air gauge that I put on the dash there is out of a 50 Chev factory car. I took it out and adapted to this. It's got tilt, power steering, cruise, air, all the amenities that a Escalade would have.
Everything a Cadillac should have.
Yeah. These frames in here were originally wood, and took it in and had them digitized, and they 3D printed some plastic for me to put in there.
Wow.
So those are kind of a different thing to do, but they're doing it more and more. And the cloth was dyed. It's a factory Cadillac fabric, but I had it dyed to match the paint. And so it kind of ties it all together there.
It's a beautiful car. You did a great job on it. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this, huh?
Too many. Too many.
Well, it's showing the awards are going to come to you for it. That's for sure.